Friday. James Cole spoke to the Ireland coach Phill Simmonds earlier today and found him in confident mood.
The Bangladesh game gave us a certain amount of confidence, but the English game just sent it out the roof, so to speak. But it was a case that you're playing against the best, what I consider the best one-day team in the world. You're playing against them in their home country, and then for us to push them after being 9-for-3 to bat the way we did, and then to push them in the field, I think that says a lot to where we are now.
Now it's the West Indies. For you, it must feel strange being coaching Ireland and trying to plot against your own nation almost.
Strange is not the word. Tomorrow I'll be different, but the day after the game I'll be different. But once we in the mode of building up to the game and thing, it's all focused on what we have to do. My affections and my emotions and things will only come into play on Saturday morning when we're about to fly, and hopefully it's for good.
And how important is this game, do you think? I mean, some people are saying it defines your World Cup.
I think it's that important. I think once we win this game, we've put ourselves in a position in the top 4, and with 2 games to play, we're still looking at the quarter-final spot. So I think this game is massive for both teams, because if they lose, they're going to have they have India after. So they have 2 huge games after us, so they need to win too, and we need to win because we have South Africa is our next game, and as long as we win, we put ourselves in that position.
Promises to be a fantastic game, that, Ireland against the West Indies, and Ireland will really feel that they've got a good chance of beating the West Indies, Bob.
Yes, although the West Indies have played better than I thought they would, particularly after losing Dwayne Bravo. I thought he was a key player for them. But Ireland, as we've seen before in the last World Cup, fighting above their weight, haven't been embarrassed. If they just have beaten Bangladesh, I mean, they'd be on the brink of the quarter-finals now. But I think the West Indies have lifted their game. So I think the Irish team are now outsiders to make the quarter-finals, and the teams that are highest in the world rankings look as though they're going to make the final 8, which is how the competition was really mapped out originally. But they've got very talented cricketers. We can see what a tight unit they are, and they're not just a one-man band. We're not talking about one Irish batsman like we're talking about one player for Bangladesh. They've got capable batsmen down the order. The seamers are adequate, better than most of the minnows. Their seam bowlers can bowl accurately, not with a great deal of pace, but they put the ball roundabout off stump. And in the young left-arm spinner, they've got a potential winner for the future. He's not the finished article yet, but in Dockrell they look to have a real star in the making.
Yeah, George Dockrell has been one of the stars for Ireland without being taking the whole of the limelight. He bowled really well against Bangladesh, those 2 wickets for 23, 10 overs, 2 mains. He's only 18 years of age. Yeah,
that's the best part about it. I think for someone so young to come in such a big tournament and create a instant impression is always heartening for the team, especially that he's playing for. He bowled really well against India as well, got Tendulkar out, which is always fantastic. A big wicket for any bowler, and someone who's 18.
Well, you look at his pitch map there, and that is symptomatic of quality bowling, isn't it? There's nothing leg side there, but bear in mind it's left arm round the wicket, so the ball will be spinning away from the right-hander.
Tall bowler, he varies his pace really well, and look at the pitch map there, everything on a middle off stump, so he can't give batsman a room to hit through covers, and he varies his pace really well. So he's a young prospect for Ireland cricket, and maybe in future England. You never know.
You never know. You might get the transfer. A little bit of bad news for Ireland. Trent Johnson's not been training today. He's got a little bit of a problem, but hopefully he'll be okay by Friday. So that game coming up on Friday, you can see that it's the early game, 3:45 on Sky Sports HD1. Ireland against the West Indies promises to be a really good game. Right, let's just concentrate